Welcome to National Focus. I'm Kerdisha St. Louis. Coming up, the President's Charities Foundation donates to 2 more organizations. The government of Grenada continues to contribute to Dominica's relief efforts post-Tropical Storm Erica, and Honorable Minister for Health urges citizens to get tested on World AIDS Day. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
Introducing the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app, available for download from the Google Play Store, One Mobile Market, and the Government of Dominica's website. Access to all ministries and sub-departments' phone, email and office addresses and websites. Simply select a ministry and the sub-department. You can dial directly from the app or save the numbers to your phone contacts. It's convenience at your fingertips.
Is my passport ready for pickup? Good. It really works.
Download the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app today.
Thanks for staying with us. The Honorable Minister for National Security, Reuben Blackmore, says Caribbean airline Aliat has served the region well. The Honorable Minister defended the airline while addressing Parliament last Friday. He believes with the proper intervention, the airline can adequately and efficiently serve the region. Honorable Blackmore commended the pilots for their efficiency and encouraged regional leaders to continue to work together to improve the airline.
We have to investigate what needs to be done to make Aliat stronger. And I believe once we can get to the point where we can augment the fleet complement of Aliat so that we can have a sustained allocation of flights to service, Madam Speaker, the routes, then things will be much better. The problem with Aliat is that Aliat doesn't have enough planes, Madam Speaker. And in any country, aviation, it is very expensive. So I believe that we must sit down as leaders of the Caribbean and to see how we can solve this problem. But yeah, I want to agree that Aliat can do better. But we have to solve this problem together as a community.
The government of Grenada continues to contribute to Dominica's relief efforts post-Tropical Storm Erica. On Tuesday, Minister of State in the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Religious Affairs in Grenada, Senator Winston Garraway, presented a check of $100,000 to Honorable Acting Prime Minister Dr. John Colin McIntyre. The presentation was held at the Prime Minister's office and was attended by members of Cabinet as well as Financial Secretary Rosamond Edwards.
We felt compelled and obliged to respond when we heard of the disaster from Tropical Storm Erica. It reminded us of our own situation at the time 11 years before, 2004, when Hurricane Ivan swept through Grenada and we lost almost everything. So seeing the pictures and that famous collapse of the church with the river, we know we had to do something. And the people, when we made the call, the people came together and decided we have to assist our brothers and sisters over in Dominica. After that, the Ministry of Culture decided, hey, we'll go a little further, put on this benefit concert, raise some revenue to give you cash donation. NADMA, the agency as well, established this account and asked Grenadians to contribute towards the relief effort. Today I have with me a check in the sum of $100,000 EC dollars, and that is in addition to what the government would have pledged before. From the people, a gift of love and reaching out to say we are one Caribbean family.
The Honorable Minister for National Security, Reuben Blackmore, has reaffirmed his commitment to peace and security in Dominica. Honorable Blackmore, in his address to Parliament last Friday, strongly condemned the recent acts of violence by nationals. The Honorable Minister pledged his commitment to putting policies in place that would promote peace and called on the police force to play its part.
I believe that the police has to take back the streets in the city of Roseau, in the town of Portsmouth, in the villages and the communities. Madam Speaker, that nonsense of persons taking offensive weapons and attacking persons in broad daylight has to stop. We have to find different ways to resolve our differences. It cannot be tolerated, Madam Speaker. And it's a cultural thing, it's a societal problem. But all of us have to ensure that we do what it takes to create an environment of peace and security.
The Honourable Minister gave a commitment to the police force that government will provide what is required to get the job done.
I will ensure as the Minister that we do, from a policy standpoint, what is needed to be done to ensure that the police department is provided with the requisite tools of trade. But that by themselves will not get the job done. That is why for the past months I have been engaging the police department at all levels to inculcate within the psyches that they have to embrace the fundamental principles and virtues upon which this great entity has been built, and that is to serve and protect. And you serve and protect by wearing your uniforms and patrolling the streets, in the towns, in the hamlets, the communities and the villages, Madam Speaker. By your deeds and your practices, Madam Speaker. But having said that, the state is mandated to ensure that the police department, being the premier law enforcement agency, is equipped with the tools of trade.
In more news, today, December 1st, marks the observance of another World AIDS Day. The Honourable Health Minister, Dr. Kenneth Daru, on the occasion of World AIDS Day, says HIV/AIDS continues to be a serious health challenge locally, regionally, and globally. He says this epidemic has become a critical threat to countries' sustainability as it primarily affects people in their most productive years. The theme for this year's observance of World AIDS Day is Ending the AIDS Epidemic as part of the Sustainable Development Goals. Regionally, there has been a decline in the HIV prevalence from 1.3% in 2001 to 1.1% in 2004, a 40% decrease in new infections from 2005 to 2013, and a decrease in mortality by 54% from 2005 to 2013. Honorable Daru says in Dominica, the prevalence has been 0.75%. The prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV/AIDS has been the most successful program, with no babies being born HIV positive during the period 2005 to 2013. Mortality rates have also significantly decreased since the implementation of antiretroviral therapy, and the Ministry of Health continues to provide support to all affected without exception. The government of Dominica has ensured that the necessary structures are in place and functioning to create an enabling environment for prevention, treatment, and support for those infected with and affected by HIV. The Honourable Minister urged that this year's observance should prompt citizens to encourage each other to get tested. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
Protection from abuse is every child's right. Everyone has a shared responsibility in protecting the child from abuse.
Mothers, believe your children when they say they've been abused, and follow through with child abuse cases when they've been reported.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Welcome back. Efforts are being made to resume a night landing at the Douglas Charles Airport. Honourable Minister for National Security Reuben Blackmore confirmed this in his address to Parliament last Friday.
We have already proceeded to make the first down payment on the lights for the airport, and in due time I think the lights should be in Dominica. And then we have gotten the assistance from the government of Trinidad. I was in Trinidad last week and I spoke to the Minister for National Security, and that the fencing will be done just now. And then they are also going to assist in the procurement of the lights for your lighting of the airport, so your airport can operate after sunset, Madam Speaker, in due time.
In more news, the President's Charities Foundation is continuing its mission of spreading Christmas cheer. Today, December 1st, the charity made its annual donation to the Alpha Center in Goodwill. Alpha Center representative Claudia Bellot says that the center is appreciative of always being remembered by the President's Charities.
We thank you for always including the Alpha Center on your itinerary, on your schedule for your Christmas visits. And we thank you also for your interest and the generosity that you have shown towards the Alpha Center.
Addressing the ceremony, His Excellency, the Acting President of Dominica, Conrad McIntyre, stated that the Alpha Center is an institution where progress can always be seen.
This is an opportune time. The funds we raise from the Charity Foundation is the work of members who have been serving for so long, and it is the result of the proceeds of these funds that we're able to make the donations such as these. But particularly at this time, I'm very happy to be here because it's a time of goodwill as we enter into the Christmas season. I want to review the spirit of goodwill, the love and joy of the season to the students. But before I do that, I also want to thank the principal, the management, and the staff are here, because the work you do here is a very noble work. And I can see the rewards of what's happening by the excitement of the moment.
During the presentation, the excited residents entertained their guests with several songs, and a special presentation was given to the acting president.
Just before we leave, just to show our very sincere appreciation to the president for his visit and his concern for the Alpha Center, we have a small gift to present to the president. This was made at the wood workshop by our students. Fellas, let me see your hands with that. Hey.
Chairman of the President's Charities Foundation, Antoine Rafoul, says that the Alpha Center has always been a priority for the foundation.
The Alpha Center have always been not only in the mind, it was also in the heart. We come here, we accompany the President for the last 12 years. I have been for Luce and Mrs. Philip, and we see the achievement that you have done here. And as I said last year, the Alpha Center will always be in our mind and our heart. The fundraising dinner we had this year enabled us to raise a good bit of money, and from that we are able to help 16 different institutions. And I will say that the Alpha Center is one of 4 that get the biggest shares. And I am happy to be associated. I want to thank His Excellency and the President's Office to give us the opportunity to serve, which is the most important thing.
Chairperson of the board of the Alpha Center accepted the donation on behalf of the institution. Meantime, the foundation also made a donation to Abilities Unlimited, formerly known as the Home for the Blind. Acting President, His Excellency Conrad McIntyre, wants the general public to be more involved in the well-being of the disabled in Dominica.
It shows the way in which the expansion of your own vision, expansion of your own approach, the expansion of your thought process in the way you embrace those who may be more challenged than you. And this is my call for Dominica and for all of us in Dominica to be able to be more inclusive in those who are less fortunate, a little more disabled than we are, a little more challenged rather than we are, and to respond in the way God is looking for us. Because in the final analysis, we are all God's children.
He also notes that he looks forward to the complete integration of persons with disabilities into every aspect of life in Dominica.
I'm looking forward to a Dominica where we have inclusiveness in all sectors, whether you are a little more challenged, whether you're a little more underprivileged. Mr. Irish, I think probably what you've been asking for with the reference to the $50 note, these sort of things are what we have to look for in Dominica, and I would think that we will be getting towards that. I would like to see a society where we have more access and more privileges given to those more visually impaired.
Senior employee Erlene Bastian, who has been with the organization since its inception in 1964, made a special donation to the acting president.
Erlene has never failed, not one day being absent from work. She has been always at work. And through all the training, she has refused to take leave. So I pray God for her not to be sick at all, because she's my mentor. She's like a supervisor in here when I'm absent. She teaches them, she helps them, she works the basket with them. So she's like a God bless to the workshop. So I pray that she has health and strength. So today, I appreciate she's been able to hand over a little token to you, Mr. President. Thank you so very much.
God bless you all. I have to say again, on the years you all have been work, God is with you. Savior, guide you, protect you all in the work you are doing. Wherever you go, God is with you all. And I pray endlessly for you all organizations. I pray for any needy. I always pray for them. I pray for Mr. for all of them. God bless all you, strengthen all you, guide all you, now and forever. Thank you very much. Bless you.
The donation was presented to Manager of Abilities Unlimited, Annie Anthony. A training workshop to develop the capacity of 22 technicians and engineers in the use of survey equipment and the software designed to collect data in the natural environment began here today, Tuesday. Technical persons in the Ministry of Public Works, Lands and Surveys, Physical Planning, and the Dominica Water and Sewage Company, DOWASCO, form part of the training formed under the Disaster Vulnerability Reduction Project, DVRP. The ultimate aim of the DVRP is to strengthen the island's resilience and mitigate natural disasters. Monitoring and Evaluation Specialist at the DVRP, Nadette Langford, explains the purpose of the training.
The main objective of the training is to teach participants to effectively perform high accuracy surveys using Trimble GNSS Global Navigation Satellite System, equipment and software. This training forms part of Component 2, which is the capacity building and data development, hazard risk management and evaluation under the DVRP. In the coming months, further training and activities will forward the re-establishment and densification of the National Geodetic Network. This will be followed by a national LIDAR, Light Detection and Ranging Survey. Concurrent to the LIDAR is the creation of a unified national hydromet system as well as a national soil survey.
The DVRP is expecting that at the end of the training, participants would have acquired the skills to be able to generate highly accurate flood early warning systems, predictive modeling of flooding and landslide, improved engineering design, and evidence-based planning policy. Sadir Ali of GIS Limited, Trinidad, is the facilitator.
Basically, we have the Dominica bought the highest end of receivers, GNSS receivers. So basically what I came here to do, which is just the start of the training, is the GNSS surveying training. That's to show them how to use the equipment and effectively collect data and manage data.
He says the use of this equipment will help users quickly produce more accurate results.
Being the highest accuracy, without actually going back in the office and processing the data, you actually get millimeter accuracy before you even go back to the office. So when you go there, you could actually do your work and take readings directly on the field itself. So you don't need to come back in the office and do everything. It is 10 times faster than actually using conventional methods, being using total stations. So faster, more accurate, and less time consuming.
In the wake of Tropical Storm Erica, rebuilding the country's infrastructure better and stronger is one of the main objectives of government. Training workshops like these and the acquisition of technical equipment will greatly assist in the rebuilding process. The training will run until Friday, December 4th. Coming up next, Creole Highlights with McPherson and Luce.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, acting Premier ministre Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre, qui a fait parole qui est bien plaisir pour voir femme Dominique prospérer et puis opposition. Honorable McIntyre, one qui a condamné parole négative en médias, qui a concerné Baroness en Scotland, qui a appelé opposition comme chef Commonwealth.
Nous, les femmes, à toute position à la terre, et bien actuellement, Dominique commence à monter, et pas actuellement, il a continué à monter. Et bien, c'est Dominique, le papa qui a fait ça, pour faire ces gens, ça l'a rosé. Actuellement, nous avons ce monde bien porté pour tout le gouvernement Dominique, tout le monde Dominique, nous pas aimer les gens qui à l'office, à parlement, pour parler sorte. Avec mon lien en média, tout à avec ça, les gens passent à faire quoi, passent à faire use, les passent à faire use. Mais nous connaissons pas pour ça. Comme si les gens qui ont match, mettez nous, côté nous mettez nous là. Le monde libre, la moi dit non, ça c'est pas un beau jeune leader. C'est ça. Il fait, il dit, eh bien c'est pas ça, pas bon. Nous passons dans le gourmet et puis dans le métier. Là, nous avons voué un monde pour l'office international. Nous tous dans le métier pour supporter les gens ça, à nous courir derrière.
D'autres nouvelles, habitants Dominique a tapé bon envie sur la maladie Black Sigatoka qui a détruit l'industrie agricole. Plaisir de vous qui attendu un workshop de semaines qui a mis attention à ces maladies-là. Parole Salah sorti de permanent secrétaire ministre agriculture, M. Harold Gist.
Avec la commission, nous nous encourager ces habitants pour venir à workshop là. Nous les encourager pour mettre ces techniques là, mettre ça à apprendre, mettre en pratique, allant les familles, allant les places, en habitation, et faire ça à apprendre. Vous comprenez? Il y a pour des livres, il y a pour sec les bagages, il y a pour faire dalle, il y a pour mettre film, sel en jardin, il y a pour boire, tous ces bagages là. Il y a besoin de faire. Parce que si vous faites un, vous ne pouvez pas faire l'autre. Vous avez un bel problème, vous ne pouvez pas avoir un bel succès avec le workshop là même. Même si vous apprenez la règle, vous ne pas appliquer, il ne peut pas aller en nous. Comme ça, nous laissons ces habitants apprendre qui. Ça c'est un bail qui est bien important pour venir au workshop là, mais aussi pour aller dans les familles et pour ça mettre tout bagage en pratique, pour ça implémenter, ça y apprendre, pour ça nous ça tirer quoi nous un problème plastique à tout ça.
En la nouvelle gouvernement Dominique bien plaisir proportion abattoir qui a fonctionné tout de suite. Parole Salah sorti du ministère agriculture Honorable Johnson Drago pendant une visite facilité là semaine passée.
Mais je dis ça, nous bien contents que $10 millions du gouvernement a investi à abattoir. Nous avons venir en succès. Et nous avons un abattoir qui est international standard. Nous avons un abattoir qui tout le monde qui vient qui surprise qualité abattoir nous avons ici à Pogassi.
Mais c'est mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up next, more money saving tips for Christmas. Tip 1. Write a list and stick to it. If you know exactly what you're going to buy, you won't overspend on additional items you see while shopping. Tip 2. Make what you can. A nice handmade card or hampers filled with favorite foods can be a perfect personalized present. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on the past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I'm Kerdisha. Thanks for watching, and do join us again next time on National Focus.